Who's the only person in America can authorize a nuclear war if he's still alive? President of the United States, and if he's dead, the doomsday plan. We have to make sure it came from one of those two sources. We need to authenticate this message. This now allows us to go into that red safe right there. That's our emergency war order safe or our go-to war safe. One of the most top secret documents in America used to be held in that safe. It's called the PSYOP, our nuclear battle plans. The battle plans for every nuclear weapon America possessed and what to do with them was held in that safe. That book is incredibly top secret. It's the most top secret thing about this place. It's still top secret to this day. We guarded that book with our lives. We're going to pull that book out of there. We're going to take out 24 of these authenticator cards that were kept in there. Choose the one that corresponds with the first two characters of that message. Say it's this one, Delta Foxtrot. These are made out of hard plastic. We called it the cookie. Crack open the cookie, pull out the authenticator card. You ever hear of the nuclear football? The officer that follows around the president 24/7, the briefcase handcuffed to him with the launch codes in them. This is what's in there. These are the launch codes. You're going to line this up with both your books. You're going to make sure it lines up exactly. If it does, if you agree, it's authenticated. It came from the president. We've been ordered to launch. The message itself is going to tell us what page in that PSYOP book to go to. What battle are we fighting? There's all different scenarios in that book based on what they think the Soviets have already launched at us. We're going to that plan. It's going to tell you what time to launch. You take your grease pencil, write the time in big numbers across the face of your clock so we don't make a mistake. This is synchronized to the second. There's 54 Titan IIs about to fly over the North Pole. There's 1,000 Minutemen missiles going over the North Pole. All our nuclear submarines are coming up near the surface, they're firing all their missiles off, and all our nuclear bombers are getting airborne, and they're flying over the North Pole. It all can't go at the same time. It has to go exactly when it has to go. That's why your clock has to be so accurate. Captain, message is going to tell you which of our 3 pre-programmed targets you're aiming at. You punch it in there, and it's going to give you the combination of the butterfly valve for the first time ever. You're going to read it off to me. I'll enter the combination here, break the seal, flip this up, hit that switch. If I get a green light, they gave me a good code, butterfly valves are unlocked, and we're about to launch. Now we know a couple other things. We know we've been ordered to launch by the president, that we have completely, utterly, miserably failed at our job. Our goal was peace. Our mission, peace through deterrence, we've blown it. There's no more deterrence. There's no more peace. We're already at war. The Soviets have already launched. There's going to be nuclear weapons raining down on American cities within minutes. It only takes 30 minutes, folks, for a nuclear missile to reach America from Russia. That's it. Any moment of any day. Right at this very moment, there are over 1,500 active nuclear missiles, never more than 30 minutes away from destroying all of us. In that 30-minute flight time, NORAD, North American Air Defense, they need to spot those launches on their radar. They need to take the time to verify that they're actual missiles and not some glitch or mistake which happens. Then you're going to get the president, the Joint Chief of Staff, the head of Security Council up in the sky where they're safe, and they have to figure out what's going on. What have the Soviets done? What have they launched at us? What are we going to do? How do we retaliate? What battle are we fighting? Break open the football. Send out the Coast to Strategic Air Command, the Doomsday Plane, the 15th Air Force, and they need to broadcast out over all the radios the launch codes for the Titan IIs, the Minutemen, the B-52s, and the nuclear submarines. That's going to take them 20 to 25 minutes to figure all that stuff out, at least, before we even receive a message, which gives us a 5-minute warning, which gives us 5 minutes to launch, which gives us 5 minutes left to live, Captain. We're the first target. They don't want that thing going back at them, destroying an entire city. They're trying to catch us all napping. They're trying to catch these still in the silo. We're not going to let that happen. We're launching. You ready? Ready? All right, here we go. Where do we launch missiles in America with big red buttons? Hollywood, folks, come on. Every movie you've ever seen, somebody's hitting a big red button. The big red button just tells us the doors are open. In the real world, we use keys. There's a set of keys in that safe. Captain, your key goes here. Deputy, your key goes right there. The keys are angled. They're 7.5 feet apart, so one person can't reach both. Spring-loaded to the off position, just like the ignition in your car. You can't turn one and go get the other. They have to go at the same exact time. You ready? Put your left hand on the keys. Left hand, your other left hand. All right. Now listen to me. You're the boss. You're going to give him a countdown. 3, 2, 1, launch. On launch, you're going to turn him clockwise, and you're going to hold him till I tell you to let him go. Go ahead.
3, 2, 1, launch.
And hold him. you can let go. You did your job. You did what the Air Force paid you to do. You just joined World War III. If the president calls now and says, stop it, we made a huge mistake, too bad. There's no hoop spot, there's no self-destruct, there's no stopping at this point. You turn the keys, that thing's gonna go. This is your launch sequence, Captain. First light, launch enabled. Launch enabled means everything's been checked and everything's a go. Second light, batteries activated. There's 2 batteries sitting on that missile being force-fed electrolyte for the first time. It takes 28 seconds to fill them up. Once they're full, you get ABS power light. That means the batteries are charged. The missile's on its own. Silo's off. The door just lifted up and slid open and went through the tipsies and set off the alarm. The silo's wide open at this point. Captain, the next lane is guidance go. Guidance computer's talking to the captain for the last time. It's getting its coordinates. Where's it going? How does it get there? What does it do when it reaches that point? Fire engines, the butterfly valve just opened up, the 2 fuel bricks. That thing is lit up out there. All your fire alarms are going off, Captain. When the missile gets to 77% of its full thrust, the 4 explosive bolts that hold it down explode, and the Titan II starts lumping up out of that silo. 2 seconds later, lift off, it's gone. It's on its way. 58 seconds. That's all it takes. 58 seconds. Less than a minute to end the world. This is what made it so frightening to the Soviets. The previous missile, they got a message, they would have to run out there, fill it up with fuel, raise it out of the ground on an elevator, and try to launch it. That would take them a half hour. They only had 5 minutes. They're all vulnerable, they're all targeted, and they weren't afraid of them. This thing only takes 3 minutes from the moment you receive the message till it's on its way. Which gives us 2 minutes to say our prayers down here, Captain, because we know one's incoming. Whether they can hit us or not, we have no idea. But they only have to miss by less than a mile to take us out. First thing, Captain, you have some bugs, you put out all the fires on the silo. You call the base, tell them we had a successful launch. MFT closes the silo, close your door, tries to buy us some added protection. I'm going to kill the power and everything below ground, but this room, save some energy. And we're going to wait it out and see what our fate is. 3 possibilities for the crew. They miss us by 100 miles or so. We give it 20 days to let the radiation dissipate a little bit, and then we climb out of the portal. Into what? Whatever's left. But we have no idea. There's nothing down here that tells us what happened out there. All we have is a closed on up there. They land one within a mile, we're instantly vaporized, it's the end of our problem. Or they miss us by 10, 20, 30 miles away, we're covered in so much debris we can't get out. We're trapped. We're entombed down here forever. We have 30 days of food and water stored in cans down below. There's only 25 days of air left because the blast valve's closed. There's only enough diesel to have light for 2 more hours, and we have 2 guns with 6 bullets each if we decide to go that way, instead of suffocating to death down here in the dark. But we signed up for this, right, Captain? No better for anybody out there. All we know is what's happening with that missile. The Titan that was out there is headed towards Target 2. Target 2 is our default target. It was always aimed at Target 2. Target 2 was top secret in 1963. It remains top secret to this day because chances are something is still aimed at Target 2. You know what's a Target 2, Captain? And neither did the crew. We have one of the highest top secret security clearances you can possibly get from the government to do this job. We didn't have the need to know. If we actually launch this thing right now, say at Moscow, 30 minutes from now, it would kill 12 million people instantly. 12 million with just a turn of a key. They didn't want to put that on us. They didn't want it to be any harder than it had to be turning those keys, knowing who those people were. It made it different. Now, I can't speak for every group, but my crew, we never talked about it because we didn't want to know. All we know is what happens when we get there. The Titan II is going 800 miles into space over the North Pole, 4 times higher than the space station flies. It's its apogee, its highest point. The bomb arms itself. It's traveling at 17,000 miles per hour. It's going to travel up to 6,500 miles away and land on Target 2. Target 2 is set for a ground burst, the original bunker buster. We're digging something out of the ground. A missile silo, a command center, maybe a bunker under the Kremlin. The bomb detonates right when it hits the ground, instantaneously blows a hole in the earth, 3/4 of a mile wide, 450 feet deep, and vaporizes whatever was there. It looks like it got hit by an asteroid. That's what the hole looks like. Now, depending on what the Soviets have done, if they launch a full-scale nuclear attack like everything, then we're shooting everything we have right back at them. We're not shooting at their silos now, we're shooting at their cities now. We're going to take the 54 Titan IIs with the 9 million tons of TNT on board. We're going to completely destroy 54 of their largest cities and every living creature in them. Retaliation, the doomsday scenario, the end of the world. Captain.